What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 4, episode 15. So, look, you guys. Whew, these women wear me. They wear me thin. This episode, we went to the Cayman Islands. Now, y'all know good and damn well that Robin ain't paid for them women to go to no damn Cayman Islands. But, all right, we gonna go along with it. Robin paying for everybody to go to the Cayman Islands. It's her trip. She's treating everybody. Now, Ashley is irritated with Katie because of all that stuff that the bone carriers then brought back to her that Katie said. Robin is irritated with Giselle because of what went down at the open house, and she's waiting for Giselle to apologize. Wait for it. Monique can't go because she is basically 9 months pregnant at this point, and her doctor was like, "Yeah, no, you won't be getting on nobody's flight. That's not happening." So that's kind of how it went down. So everybody went on the trip except for Monique. We did have a scene where Monique went to a chiropractor with Karen, and her and Karen had a moment. I actually looked at a live today. Monique went live as soon as this episode was over, and I hadn't started watching my episode yet. So I looked at her live for a little while, and Monique was saying that, and it actually made sense when she broke it down. She was saying that the chiropractor said she's done it with all of her children, that she does the chiropractor because being pregnancy, it knocks your body out of whack. And she's right. Like, it tears your whole body up. And then after you have the baby, she says she does it because it basically realigns your body. I was like, you know what? That never really makes, I never really thought of that, but it makes a lot of sense. And then she even said that the babies they have a chiropractic treatment. And she said they sleep so much better afterwards and all that. Now, I never knew babies had a hard time sleeping, but some do. Some get colicky and stuff like that. Once again, never thought about it before. But again, hey, it makes sense. I ain't mad at Monique. But Karen and Monique have a conversation after after chiropractic, and it was a good conversation. Once again, I'm trying to remember what they said. I don't think it was anything deep though. Dang, I should have wrote it down. It wasn't anything deep, I don't believe. But again, it was just because Karen and Monique have a good relationship, and they were talking about. I want to say they were talking about Giselle being Giselle. Dang, I feel like I'm missing something in that conversation. I'm gonna get back to it because if I miss something, I'll come back around to it. But we're getting ready to go on a trip. Now, let me tell y'all something. That damn Robin's gonna be late for her funeral. Robin missed the damn plane. Now, she barely made the plane to New Orleans. I mean, by the skin of her chinny chin chin, she got on that plane to New Orleans. But she missed the plane to Cayman altogether. And they actually got to Cayman, and everything was in Robin's name because, of course, she was supposed to be the host. And so Giselle gonna appoint herself. She the self-appointed. I'm gonna take Robin's place until Robin get here. But once they got there, they called Robin on FaceTime, and come to find out, Robin said that she want Ashley to be in charge until she gets there, and Ashley is going to share her suite with her. So Giselle was sort of in her feelings a little bit, but Robin was like, "Yes, I'm still very irritated with Giselle," and I was like, "That's petty. You should have had that conversation before y'all left because now you being petty." But anyway. All right, so Karen and Monique, I went back to check y'all because I felt like I was missing something. But Karen and Monique they were just basically rehashing what happened at the open house and how Giselle pretty much ambushed Monique as soon as she walked in the door. And then Karen was talking about how it got back to her that Giselle sort of had an issue with her, going live. Remember that night that everybody went out and Karen was like, "No, I'm just not feeling it," but she went on Instagram live. And I don't understand why Giselle had such a big issue with that. And we'll get back to that in a minute because it's about to come up again. So we'll get to that in a minute. The other thing that Monique brought up on her live tonight was at the reunion. She said in real time, because when we look at this, we see Giselle is clearly a bone carrier and an instigator. Like, it is clear that that's what Giselle is doing. But of course, in the moment and them going through, they don't see all of the behind maneuvering. But Monique was like, after being able to watch the season, like we've been watching the season, they see some things. And they said that they did confront Miss just well no, she didn't get that deep. I inferred from what she said that they got Giselle together at that reunion. But anyway, she didn't get no tea about the reunion. I don't want to get her in trouble. She didn't get no information about the reunion. But I inferred from what she said that some things was addressed. Anyway, so back to the hotel. So they're all they get there, everybody's except for Robin, they get to the Grand Cayman and they're riding in and Katie in that wig. Now Giselle did call her out for that wig and told her how horrible that wig was. And Katie tried to act like the wig wasn't that bad. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's bad. It's bad, Katie. The other thing that we find out, and this is something that I didn't know that Katie had brought this up on Instagram at first. So because I was wondering why we talking about Katie's business like that. But come to find out, Katie did put it on Instagram that she was during this time she was going through a really bad custody battle with her ex-husband, I guess. And I feel like this is something that they've been battling over for years, but it was really bad. It was really stressing Katie out. So Katie was sort of excuse me. Katie was sort of already more flaky than she has been this season because Katie been on a whole nother this whole season on a whole nother level. But anyway, so we get to anyway, so we're at the hotel. Somehow in the lobby, Karen and Giselle, they put Karen and Giselle to share a room, and then Monique and Katie Monique and Katie had their own rooms. So hold on, y'all. Let me get everybody's name together. I'm all over the place with my names. Robin put them in the same room because she was like, it's time for y'all to just go ahead and make up and get it over with and just move on. So while they were there, Karen decides to bring up the whole, you got mad at me because I was on Instagram. Robin's first response was, who told you that? It's not about who told you. See, that's the thing. You done got caught up in, well, who told you I said it? It's not the point. The point is, did you say it and why did you say it? Like, why did you have a problem with me going on Instagram Live? Like, if this is, now, Karen talking about something. I went on there to thank the people who has extended me condolences. You ain't even got to do all that. You didn't feel like going out. What I chose to do once I was in my room, it doesn't matter. I didn't feel like going out. I wasn't in a festive mood. I didn't feel like going to get drinks. I was having a moment. I was processing. I was grieving. And if I wanted to get on Instagram, if I wanted to play Candy Crush, if I wanted to read a book, if I wanted to watch Netflix, it did not matter. I did not want to go out that night. And that is what Giselle wasn't understanding. And so her and Karen ended up getting into it in the damn lobby, honey. They are arguing. And y'all know Candace is like, why are we doing this in the lobby? Why are we doing this in the lobby? Why are we doing this in the lobby? The white people are looking at us because we are in the lobby acting a fool. And of course, Candace is like, did we not do this already in the lobby? And they flash back to France last year when Karen and Giselle were in the lobby in France arguing again. But at the end of the day, what Karen was saying was, you as a friend did not respect what I was going through with my parents. And then Giselle got indignant and got upset, talking about she's accusing me of not being sensitive about her grieving. You weren't. You weren't. You weren't. I mean, again, it doesn't matter why Karen chose not to go out. She didn't want to go out. Getting on Instagram Live is totally different from having to actually dress up, go out, and be festive. Like, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. I can hit a button, lay across the bed, and go Instagram Live for 20 minutes and keep it moving. And so then they was like, I don't want to be in the same room with you again. Change my room. Giselle then went up to the counter to change her room. Karen then took Giselle's bags off the cart and went on up to the room. I mean, it was a mess. It was a mess. And I honestly understood where Karen was coming from, because Karen's thing was, why was it bothering you so much? She said, you told us that if there was any event we didn't want to participate in, we didn't have to. I didn't want to go out. I didn't feel like going out and getting drunk and shaking my ass at the bar. I didn't want to do it. And I was having a moment, and you were not respectful of that. And so now Giselle want to get indignant as if Karen was being so, it upset her so much, and Karen was talking about her so bad, and just put her in such a mood, like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe that you would act like I was insensitive to your parents. You were not. Anyway, So now we at the Caymans. Everybody's checking in and calling home and all of that good stuff. And I'm sorry, Giselle and Ashley meet on the beach. And once again, here goes Giselle instigating. So when you gonna talk to Katie? I mean, when you gonna talk to Katie about what she said? I think you should talk to her. And Ashley was like, well, right now I'm just trying to get along and everything. But I'm probably gonna say something at dinner because I just can't be fake. I just can't be fake. I really opened up to her and just the lies. Now again, I'm gonna say she's upset. Okay, I'll get there. I'm jumping ahead of myself. So they're having a dinner on the sand. At this one I don't understand. Why these women got on heels to go have dinner on the sand, but whatever. But they do. They captured this beautiful sunset. It was a beautiful sunset they captured. Let me tell you about this flaky ass Katie. Katie ass flaky as hell. She gonna call Candace and say, Candace, I'm coming to your room and we can walk down to dinner together. Next thing you know, Katie is downstairs with Giselle taking pictures in the sunset, and everybody ends up downstairs except for Katie, except for Candace, and she gonna say, oh, I did tell Candace I was gonna come by the room, and she must be upstairs waiting for me. Ashley was like, so here go Ashley. Oh, so you lied? Katie's like, I didn't lie, I just forgot. Now I don't know how the hell you forgot. You called her and said I'm on my way to your room. What did you do that distracted you? And then once you got down there, it could have been edited out, but I didn't see her call and say, oh shoot, let me call her. Like she was just like, oh, I guess she's upstairs waiting for me. She's so damn flaky. But of course, that was Pandora's box, and so Katie was like, well, what do you mean? What did I lie about, Ashley? What did I lie about? She was like, you lied about everything. I mean, you called my husband gay. Now, again, that's not a lie. I don't mean that that's not a lie that her husband's gay. I'm saying Katie was like, and she said, but here she go. I wasn't talking about you though. I said that about your husband, but I wasn't talking about you. Ashley was like, that's my husband. Like, it matters that you can't call my husband gay. Like, that's my husband. Katie was like, but I mean, okay. And she was just being so flaky about it. So then they brought up the whole thing about the restaurant. And she was like, but I didn't lie. Like, that's what you told me. You told me that you were selling the restaurant. No, I didn't. I didn't tell you that. I told you we were taking a step back. But financially, we still own the restaurant. Here go Katie. Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Nobody eats there anyway. She was like, that's why nobody eats there anyway. It doesn't matter. Now, fast forward. They don't own the restaurant anymore. The restaurant has closed. So it seems to me like there might have been a sliver of truth in what Katie was saying, that maybe Ashley just didn't want to repeat it or wasn't ready for people to know what was going on with that damn restaurant, because the restaurant ain't even open no more. So it seems to me that there might have been some sliver of truth in that. So Katie's thing was, look, at the end of the day, everybody was talking shit about Michael. And what we were saying, it ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing that hasn't been said before. So I don't understand what the issue is. Why are you so mad at me? Ashley was like, because I opened up to you. I shared things with you. She was like, and you called me stupid. Katie said you are. Katie asked. At first she was like, I didn't call you that. At first she kept saying I didn't. And then I guess she either remembered or didn't care anymore. And she was like, I mean, I did. She was like, I didn't call you stupid. No, I didn't call you idiot. Whatever it was, I called you stupid. She said, that's different. So, again, I don't know how much of this I would have been. I mean, I'd have been probably irritated. Don't get me wrong. But Katie is so matter of fact about it. Like, what are you mad about? Like, I don't know what you expected to get out of Katie at this point. Like, because now y'all splitting up words. And so then, they decided to go eat. Ashley Ashley and Giselle walked off so they could sort of settle down a little bit. So then they got to arguing, and y'all know Ashley be going for the jugular. Ashley started talking about you looking for love and acceptance between your legs. Y'all know how this go. Y'all know it go back and forth. Katie said, I already called you stupid. I already called you dumb. I need a new one. I mean, they were going back and forth. And Candace was like, thank God it ain't me. I'm just glad it ain't me. And they were like, well, you, ain't that the, Giselle talking about some, ain't that the pot calling the kettle, kettle, kettle? Here go Candace. I was in my house, though. I wasn't in public. I wasn't in public. I was in my house yelling, which is true. Then, so then Giselle, I mean, see, I don't know why I'm getting my names mixed up tonight. Karen was saying in her confessional that, yes, Katie might have said some things that was inappropriate or whatever, but at the end of the day, Katie's going through a lot and maybe Ashley should cut her some slack. I don't know about that. I think they should both cut each other some slack. Because like I said, I think the whole thing, I think both of them, I think they were splitting words. At the end of the day, Ashley, everybody was talking about your husband. And all the rumors were out there about your husband being gay. Like, you're going to single out Katie when everybody was saying the same thing. The situation with the restaurant, again, there had to be some validity of truth to what you said. I think you were just upset that she repeated it because the restaurant is gone. So, like, and as far as her calling you stupid, that was bad. She shouldn't have called you stupid. That was bad. So then Giselle and Karen. I think Candace was trying to clear the air with them and trying to get them to sort of make up or whatever. And Karen once again was reiterating, like, look, if I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to go out, and I didn't see what the issue was. Why did you have such an issue with me going on Instagram? And Giselle tried to make it seem like she didn't have a problem with it, that it was about, that she lied about it. And Karen was like, I didn't, like, what are you talking about? Like, I went on Instagram to thank, if the conversation veered off into other things, that's fine. But I went on there to thank everybody for extending their condolences. So then Giselle starts talking about being real friends and, apologize. So, of course, Giselle threw out one of her little apologies again. And Karen accepted her apology. And what Karen said was, look, I will forgive, but I don't forget. And, when somebody hurts you or somebody takes advantage of your friendship or whatever, like, you would be a fool to just let them back in so easily. And Candace and Ashley both were like, well, you hold grudges. And Karen was like, I mean, okay. All right, then. Like, yeah, I'm gonna hold grudges because I'm gonna protect me. I'm gonna protect me. Then somehow we got back on Ashley and damn Katie. And Katie said, why Katie pull a Grace Jones? Katie was like, everybody called him gay. Robin called him gay. Giselle called him gay. Karen called him gay. I ain't hear Candace say it, but I'm sure Candace feels the same way. Why all of them were like, what? How I get? But ain't nobody deny it. Nobody said no, I didn't. And Ashley conveniently ignored that and went straight to, but so what? I opened myself up to you. I, shared how I felt about, with you. And I was trying to build a friendship with you. And I feel like you violated that friendship. So I don't think nothing was resolved at dinner. I think Karen and Giselle came to a meeting of the mind, but I don't know if it was actually resolved. So then Robin finally shows up. They have cocktails. They decide to go up to the room and have a little after dinner drinks because Robin ain't even seen her room yet, which is bullshit. Because the outfit that Robin had on, ain't no way in hell Robin wore that on the plane. Robin damn sure had been in her room and gotten dressed, but neither here nor there. We're going to go along with the story. We get up to the room and we get to have it. Hold on. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, that was the other silly thing that Katie said. Katie said, just because I didn't say him around, just because I said it when you weren't there doesn't mean I said stuff behind your back. I don't understand what Katie be saying, y'all. She had a nerve to call somebody else stupid. I don't know what Katie be talking about. So anyway, like I said, they go upstairs for their after dinner cap or whatever, their nightcap or whatever. And once again, here go Giselle bringing it up. Once again, Giselle brings up, well, Katie, I think Ashley was just hurt. She had opened up to you as a friend, and I think she was just hurt by the things that you were saying. Katie was like, all right. Again, so again, Giselle is carrying these bones. So that's when Ashley was just like, Ashley really kind of went in there and she was like, I just don't think that you are made for this group. I don't think you're strong enough to be around this group. And she was like, you know what? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not strong enough to be around this group, but I'm really going through a lot right now. Maybe I'm not strong enough with everything that I have going on, in my life. You're right. Maybe I'm just not strong enough. And somehow or another they got go. She called that damn thing on Katie head a toupee. So finally, Katie, I guess, just got sick of the whole damn thing, and she said, "Look, you're right. I'm not strong enough. I'm going through a lot, and if you don't want to be my friend because of all of that I'm going through, fuck you." That was kind of where the whole thing ended. I'm sorry that this review was so choppy, but I had to remember what people were saying because to me the whole thing was just ridiculous. But I wanted to remember what was being said because a lot of little jabs were thrown here and there, and that damn Katie is just hilarious. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.